Tomatoes cam. Hello Shabbits, how you doing? Yes, it's time for a play around, which I haven't done for a while. No, I haven't. I seriously haven't done one for a while. Play around. I'm going to show you a game and how it plays as a solo experience because it comes with a solo experience. Can you guess what game it is? Wow, it's written in the titles above this video, obviously. Yes, it is Between Two Cities by Stonemaier Games. This game has been kindly provided to me by Jamie Stegmaier of Stonemaier Games. And as you can see, normally this game is for 3 to 7 players. And it's a... Oh, I can't lift the box up. And it's a drafting game. You're drafting tiles and building cities. And that's basically the game. You're drafting tiles and building cities. And this game comes with the solo mode, as designed by the wonderful solo mode designer for Viticulture, Morten Moran. I'll muck that up again. Doesn't matter how many takes I do, I'm going to muck it up. So yes, there is a one-player mode that you can play. It's basically the same. There are a few things different. There's a slight different setup. Say different again, Barry. What you'll be doing is you'll have this deck of cards, which is going to be telling what automata and automaso. You say tomato when I say tomato. Yeah, these are 2 robot players that you're going to be playing with, okay? Because this is little me here. And we're going to be building cities, and we're building 3 cities among us. We got, on my left, we have Paris. And automata, I'm going to be building that with him. So Paris and me are going to be building, me and automata are going to be building Paris. What's this tile doing here? What are those tiles doing on the floor? Ah! Oh, disaster. You know, the trouble with working with one hand, especially when, there you go. And then Rome is going to be built between automata and automatos. I'm going to say tomatoes now all the time. Oh dear. And then this purple city is going to be built between me and automaso. Okay, so those cards over there are going to be telling these 2 robot players what tiles they're going to be drafting. Okay, whereas me, I'm going to be drafting as I draft. Okay, we're going to be building 3 cities. I'm going to build a city on my left, and then a city on my right, and then these guys are going to be building a city in between them as well. That city there will be scored different to the 2 cities here and here and here. Let's see. It's like finger cam. I like this. No. Anywho, I'm getting carried away. How much paracetamols have been taken? Okay, let's carry on with the game. The first thing that you need to do is you need to take 2 of these double faced tiles, turn them over, and these are the start of Rome, the city in between the 2 robot players. Okay, and this city is going to be built differently, and it's going to score differently to the other 2 cities that you're going to be building. You're basically just going to be making a line of these types of buildings, so a line of bureaus, a line of gardens, a line of restaurants, and a line of factories. So I've put that tile like that deliberately, so we can make a line going that way. So that city will start like that. Okay, that's the only difference between first one-player mode and multiplayer mode. You don't set up the cities like that. Okay, so we've set up the table. So we've got automato and automato. Cities are there. Blah blah blah. I'm here. We've got their start city. That's auto city, which is started there. Okay, we're ready to start drafting. Woohoo! Okay, each player receives 7 of these single tiles. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And those are for tomato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're for tomato. And I'm going to call them tomato and tomato. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. For me! Okay, so each player starts with 7 tiles. And then what you'll be doing is you'll be taking one of the automa cards, and you'll be going, okay, auto tomato, what tile will you be drafting between me and you? And what tile are you going to be drafting for Auto City here? So we turn these over, and we have a look. Top of the card there, it says, well, you're going to have to, if you've got a factory, you have to draft a factory. Okay, we have no factories. Okay, then afterwards it says a house, and we have no house. Oh, actually, it says factory, then house. Yep, no, we haven't got either of them. So then we go to this symbol here, greater than. Sorry, I'm getting a bit confused. For some reason the drugs are working, maybe. Okay, well, I now need to choose a tile which will score the most points for this current configuration of city. There is no city. There is no spoon. Okay, so in this case, I can either draft a garden because it would give me 2 points, or I can draft a shop which would give me 2 points because the restaurant would give me 1 and the bureau would give me 1 as well. So I'm going to say a shop. I'm going to put a shop there. Okay, and then we have to do the same for Auto City. Now, which one is going to give me the most points? I've got a bureau, so if I add another bureau, as you see, the second number is a 3. So if I add another one, I'll get 3 points. With the garden, if I add another one in the garden, that will give me 8 points. I think that's a good start. We have a bar, okay? We have a nightclub, and we have an inn here. And if we add one of those, that will give 4 points, which is not the most points. There's no shop, which would give us 2 points, and there's no factory, which won't give us anything. So the best tile for going there is a garden, because that gives us 8 points. So that's what that symbol means. You have to put the best tile which will give the most points. These 5 tiles are done. I'll leave them there for now. And then we go over to tomato. Tomato takes a card as well. An upside down card. Okay. Between me and him, we need to play the best tile which will make the most amount of points in the city. So again, we're stumped a bit. We'll have to take either a 2-point shop or a 2-point shop. There we go. So that's what's going in there. And then between in Auto City, I have to place a house. We haven't got a house, so we add a house into Rome here. There we go. All these symbols I'll explain as we go when we get to the end of the game, because that will that's for the scoring purposes. And scoring is very interesting. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get these cities going at the moment. And okay, so I've got a selection here. I've got some gardens. Now gardens score lots of points if you do a big chain of them. Shops also, if you do them in a line, a straight line, whereas gardens you can do them in a wiggly line. Okay, bureaus will score lots of points, especially if there's lots of them and they're next to these red restaurant tiles. And the factories will score lots of points for each factory that you have, if you've got the most factories, if you've got more than everyone else. Okay, so I've got 2 shops, one in Paris and one in Purple Building. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these and put it in here and start creating a line. These cities here I'm going to be building in a 4x4 grid. Okay. And I'm going to take the garden and I'm going to add that to there. Okay, and when you add a tile, it always has to connect, whereas in this one, it's completely different, as I said. Okay, that's round 1 done. Then what we do is we all pass these tiles around. Here you go, Auto Tomato. Oh, here you go, Auto Tomato. Oh, here you go, me. And we go to the next round. We do the same thing. We take another card from here. Auto Tomato, he has to play the tile which would give us the most points for our city here. Now, the one that would have given us most points is a shop, because it would have made us 10 points. Okay, which means we can either play a garden. I'll play garden. There you go. I'm quite quick at this. Now the tile that he needs to put into Ultima City is, the city. If the city has at least one house tile, then choose a tile of the type that is currently not in the city. Okay, there are 6 types and there's no shop. Okay. Otherwise, go to the next symbol on the card. If there are multiple options, take the one that adds the most points. Yep. Okay, so there's no next symbol on the... Oh, there is the next symbol on the card. Which is the one that gives us the most points. Well, at the moment, the city's got 1 factory, which means we got the most points for factories. Okay. So that'd be 4 points, that'd be 8 points each, because it's 4 points for each factory. So I'm going to take the factory, but then again, if I had the garden, a 3rd garden would give us lots of points. It would give us 12 points. There you go. Sorted. Yep, I've done me and I've done him. Next! Put those tiles there, so we're done. We go over to Auto Tomato. He takes a card. Ooh, okay. I need to put a building which is not already in my city. If I have a house, that is. If the city has at least 1 house, then choose a tile. Nope. The city doesn't have a house, and so I just have to put the tile which will give us the most points. And in this case, the tile which will give us the most points is this shop. And if I put it next to it, obviously it's 5 points. The garden would have been lots of points, but it's not going to be there. Okay, same here. We have a house, but we don't have a house. We're missing a shop, basically. We need to put a building into our city, Ultima City, which is not already there. And we need a shop, and we haven't got one. Okay. We then have to put a house. Yeah, focus here, Can. Yeah. Here. Finger cam. Okay, or a factory, or the one that gives us the most points. And it looks like we're going to have to do the one that gives us the most points. If I add a bureau, it will give us 3 points. If I add a discotheque, that would give us 4 points. Yeah, that's the best bet. Okay, that's that done. Woohoo! We are nearly done. Okay. Oh, down to me now. Right, what am I going to do with these tiles? What tile should I put where? I will tempt fate. I'm going to take a factory and I'm going to put it there in the corner. And then I'm going to take a house from here and I'm going to put it in there. Very nice. Done. Next round, I pass my cards to Tomato. Tomato passes his to Tomato. Tomato passes his to me. Are you sick yet? Let's go again. We take another card. They're all upside down. I need to put a factory into mine. There is no factory. Okay, then I need to put the one which has the most points. Okay, a house will give us... See, a house, you'll get points. He says, sitting down comfortably in his armchair. No, it's not an armchair. The house will give us points for each different type of building. I've got 3 different types. I've got a garden, a factory, and a shop. Okay, so I'll get 3 points for this house. Thing is, if I put this house next to this factory, this house will only be 1 point maximum. So I can get 3 points by placing that. I can get 1 point by placing that, and I can get 1 point for placing that. So it's going to have to be the house, and I'm going to put it there because I don't want to spoil my chain of shops there. Okay. Next, I need to go to Ultima City, and I need to add a tile which will, which is missing. No, there isn't any that are missing. Then I have to add a house. No, I haven't got any houses. Then I have to just put the one which gives us the most points. Now this one will give us 3 points if I add it to the city. And this one won't give us, this will give us 1 point due to the fact that we've already got a tavern in the city. And you're basically just making a chain of the same item. Not item. You're making a chain of the same type of building. So These two are different, so that gives us 4 points. If I start this one, this will give me 1 point. So I'll have 4 points plus 1 point. So I'm best off with this bureau here, adding it here, which is going to give me 3 points. Does that make sense? I hope so. Next, auto tomato. Okay, between me and him, we have to put a building which is not already in our city if we got a house. And we have got a house. And we don't have those two. Yeah, so I could. That's going to give us 1 point, and that's going to give us 1 point. They're not going to do any different. Whereas that's going to give us some points because it's a factory. I'm going to take the factory and I'm going to put it there. Now Auto City gets the tile which will give them the most points, which is good because as you can see, this is an inn. This would give us 9 points, whereas if I added this bureau, it would only give us 6 points, he said, holding the camera up his nose. Okay, so that's that done. Yeah, down to me. I've got 2 bureaus and a restroom. An inn, a holiday inn. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with that one? And what am I going to do with that one? Wow. Okay, I'm just going to take both the bureaus, I think. I'm going to put one bureau there. And I'm going to put one bureau there. Okay, each player now has one of these tiles left over. These go into a bin. Da, da, da. Sorted. Alright, that's the first round done. Did you get all of that? Does that make any sense? Am I shouting too loud? Loud! Okay. What happens next is the second round. We will be doing something slightly different. We will be getting 2 of these tiles at random. And then I turn them over. And then I have to put one into each of these cities here. Okay, so what have we got here? Lighty. And the other thing about these tiles is we have to put them in the right way up. We can't put them in upside down, round way round, which is gonna cause havoc. As you can see already, this shop, I can't make a I could do a chain of 3, I suppose. That's alright there, isn't it? Yeah, I'll do that. And with this one, I will slide this down a bit. I'll make a little chain of gardens. There we go. That's not too bad. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good at this game. Yeah, okay. And then we'll do that again. We'll take 2 more of these tiles at random. Ooh, as you can see, look, that happens the other way around there. And then I have to place them both into both of my cities. Oh, poo. Oh, that's not too bad. I could do that, I suppose. And you got to remember that you're doing a 4x4 grid. Okay. Yes, a 4x4 grid. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There you go. That might go there, but it might be better there. And then I've got space there or space here. I can do, yeah, that might be better there. I'm going to leave that there. And then this one. Well, the chain of shops. Oh, it would help if the camera was in the right place, wouldn't it, darling? Yes, lovey. Yes, lovey. That would be nice. I'm going to put it there. Now, as you can see, I've got 2 chains of shops here. I've got this chain here and this one on its own. So this one's only going to be worth 2 points, whereas this chain of 3 is going to be worth 10 points. But I've got this space up here or down here to do other things. So that's it. That's the second round done. Third round. Dun, 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 bit of music. Doo, 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 doo. We go over to the tiles again and we take 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tomato. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tomato. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I bet you're seasick with this camera. I'm not really watching what I'm doing. I should be watching what I'm doing. I should get like a camera stuck on my head. Okay, we're ready to go again. Let's put that card away. We do what we did before in round 1. We look at these 7 tiles. We look at the Ultima card, which says I need to choose the tile which would give us the most points for my city, Paris. I've got 1 factory. That's pretty good. If I have 2, then I'll have the most factories. So then I'll get 4 points per factory, which is good. I've got 3 bureaus, which should give us 6 points in total. I've got no red buildings. I should put a red building maybe. If I put it, yeah, I'm going to take the red building, the inn, and put it there because it gives us 1 point. Oh, I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it there. It gives us 1 point. Okay. But at the same time, because of the house, I have a factory, a garden, a shop, a bureau, and the restaurant, which means that I have all 5, which means that both of these houses are worth 5 points. So that bumps the value of them up. It gives me 1 point for that. But also, these bureaus, you'll get an extra 1 point if a bureau is next to one of these red buildings. That's a bonus, isn't it? So I think that's probably the best one to go for. Next, Ultima City gets a house. There we go. Simple. Why can't all the cards be that simple? Put that card away. Get another card for tomato. Right. Okay. Me and him, we share a house, and none of these tiles are houses. We go to the next symbol, which is the building which gives us the most points. Okay, so again, if I add another bureau, that'd be 3 bureaus, that'd be 6 points. I could put it next to the restaurant there, which would give me an extra point, which is 7 points. We have a shop here. It's obvious then. It's going to be the shop. Why? Because now I've got a chain of 4, which is 16 points, which is the most points that you can get. Okay, Ultima City gets a house. There is no house. Then it gets a building which is missing. A shop is missing from Ultima City. So now every building is in Ultima City. And there we go, that's that done. And then it's over to me. Put the card back. Okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with these 7 tiles of doom? No gardens, is there? No, there's no gardens. We've got 2 restaurants and a nightclub. Well, this one could be pretty good. Let's take the restaurant and put it into this city. Put it into Paris there, because it will make us 4 points and plus 1 point for being next to that. The factory could have been good. Garden could be good, but there's not much there. Bureau would have given us 6 points. I'm going to leave it at that, I think. I'm going to do that. And over here, what are we going to do? I'm going to take another factory. I'll put factory in. I'm going to go for factories. Over here. This is going to be Factoryville. Yeah, there we go. Done. Right, that's that done. And now what we do is we pass the tiles the other way around in this kind of drafting game world. Whee! Tomato gets them and tomato gets them and I get these. Let's go again. We draw a card. Ultima has to play a building which isn't already there. Yeah, if the city has at least 1 house, then it chooses a tile. Otherwise, move to the next symbol, which is place a tile which would give them the most points. Garden will give him 13 points. This would give him 6 points. And this would give him 8 points. Yeah, it's going to be garden then. 13 points. I think that's right. I might be wrong. I feel it might be wrong. Wait a minute. Is that me? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops, I mucked up there. This is meant to be for my city over here in Paris, not for Ultima City. Oh dearie me, you're drunk. Ah, Mickey. Ho ho ho. I might take a bureau. A bureau would give me, I've got 2 already, which gives 6 points. If I put it next to this, it'd give me a point on top, which is 7 points. But if I put the garden there, that'd give me 8 points automatically. Yes! Sorted. You go into there. It's obvious. Because a bureau would be 6 points, but that's going to give me 8 points because it's going to have the most factories. Sorted! Get rid of the card. Shaky cam. Draw a card for Auto Tomato. Auto Tomato. What are we missing? We're not missing anything, are we? We've got factories, we've got gardens, we've got houses, we've got gardens, we've got factories, and we've got gardens, we've got bureaus. Okay, so then I've got to put house. And we got no house. And then I've got to put the next best thing into there. The next best thing would be... Well, I've got 2 factories. I might as well go for 3 factories. And then I will have the most amount of factories. I'll have more than Auto City, which is 2, because I'll have 3. But if I have... Yeah, I'm going to go factory. Yes, it's going to be Factoryville. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, Ultima City gets the next best thing. Okay, the next best thing would be this restaurant. We got a set here. Restaurant, inn, nightclub, bar. Which would give us 17 points. There we go. Wow, he's going to do good. Ultima City's going to win, I think. And now me. Hope this game is making sense. Now I said this is going to be Factory City, so it is going to be Factory City. And then I'm going to take the garden and go there. Well, actually, I'm going to go there. There you go. My turn is easy. I've probably lost, but anywho. Okay, so I give my task to Auto Tomato, and Auto Tomato gives his task to Auto Tomato, and I get his. Let's go again. Last round. As you can see, the city is nearly complete. This city is nearly complete. You're probably switched off by now, I know. I'm probably switched off by now. Okay, so I need to give me, Paris, the best city that there is. Okay. Nightclub would give me 9 points. A bureau would give me 6 points, 7 points. The factories are not going to give me much points because everyone else has got more factories. So I'm going to go with the nightclub, lad. I'm going to go nightclub there. I hope that I can get a bureau later. Okay, Ultima City gets a house, no, or it gets the next best thing. The next best thing is a 6 points. That's going to be 3 points. Yeah, it's going to be the bureau. Jet this tile away. Jet this tile away. Jet this tile away. Okay, Auto Tomato. Okay, he's going to give me the best, the tile that's missing. Otherwise, he's giving me a house. Otherwise, he's going to give me the best tile, which will give me the most points. I'm going to go take a bureau. Then he takes the part which gives him the best points. So he's going to take a bureau as well. Done. Dusted. Again, this game is just... Woo! What do we have? Oh. Yeah, could do. I'm going to put bureau here. Definitely for Paris. Because it's going to give me... 1, 2, 3. It's going to give me 6 points plus 1, 7 points. Yay! I've done that wrong. I did that wrong. I forgot. I thought that would give me 2 points, but you only get 1 point per doobie-doo. Okay, and over here, it's going to be Factoryville. There we go. That's how the game plays with one player. Let me stop the video and get the old scoreboard out, and I'll show you how the scoring is going to work. Okay, the scoreboard is there. We have these extra pieces here, which is used for scoring the cities as they are. Right, let's rock and roll. My city on my left and my city on my right will score as normal, but this Ultima City will score differently for the solo version. Okay, we'll start with the shops. The shop tiles are scored as if optimized in place. Okay, they only have one shop, which means that they only get 2 points, and that's Rome. Rome gets 2 points. Whereas here I have 3, which gives us 10 points, and 1 here on its own, which gives us 2, which means 12 points for Paris. Paris jumps ahead with 12 points. And over here, Purple City has a maximum of 4 in a row, which would give us 16 points. That's shops done. Okay, houses. Houses will score if you have one of everything. Okay, so let's go to Ultima City. So that means it's normal. And none of them are adjacent factories. Even though they're adjacent factories here, but it doesn't count for here. So each one of these is going to be worth 5 points because I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you can see on the tile there. So I'm going to get 10 points. Well, I'm not going to get 10 points, but Rome is going to get 10 points. Over here we have 1, 2 houses. Again, I've got everything red, yellow, blue, green and grey. That's the 5 colours, which means that I get 10 points for Paris. Ka-ching! Purple. We have red, green, blue, yellow and grey. We only have one house, which means that you get 5 points. 16 be 21 for the purple. There we go. Offices. Offices get a bonus 1 if there is at least one tavern in Ultima City. Okay. So, number 1, we have 4 offices, bureaus, sorry. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 10 points. And each one of them would get a bonus point because there is at least one tavern. So, 10 plus 4 is 14. So, Rome gets 14. 26, okay. Let's go over to here in Paris. We have 1, 2, 3 bureaus, which is a total of 6 points. This one's next to 1, this one's next to 1, and this one's next to 1, so that's 3 points on top. So that's 9 points for my bureaus in Paris. 20, 31. Over here in Purpleville, we have 1, 2, 3 bureaus, which is again 6 points, but only one of them is next to a restaurant. So 7 points for Purpleville. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew, this is hard work. Now imagine it scoring for 7 players. Okay, taverns are scored the optimal way. The optimal way. Okay. Yep, it's just like normal. Okay. There is the set of 4 here in Ultima City, which means it gets 17 points. So Rome, 10, 2, 4, 6, 7. There we go. Over here, I have 3 of them in Paris, which is 9 points. Paris gets 9 points, 31, 40. And then over here in Purpleville, we only have 1. Yeah. Oh, 1 point, Purpleville. I'm not doing too good here, am I? My 2 cities are terrible. Next, we go to parks. Now, parks are assumed to be placed in separate pairs. Thus, Ultima aims to score maximum points. 3 parks, 10 points instead of 12. If they end with 3 parks, they 3 parks. Yep, 10 points. So that scores a bit different. They got 3 parks, so they get 10 points. Rome, 10 points. I got 3 parks here, and they're all connected in a chain. So I get Paris gets 12 points. 10, 12. Oh dear, I'm not doing good here at all. And over here in Purpleville, we have 2. Yes, 2. So it's 8 points. Oh my god. 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't think I've won this. Okay. Factories are scored as normal. Okay. Who's got the most factories? Well, that would be this chap over here. He's got the most factories. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Automobile's got 2, and there's only 1 here. Okay, so this guy will get 4 points for every factory. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 20 points for Purpleville. Well, that's not too bad. I forgot to do, yeah, Auto City. They've got 2, which means that they get 3 points per city because they've got the second most. So that's 6 points for Rome. 2, 4, 6. And then next, this one, he's only got 1 factory, which means 2 points. There we go. That's the scoring done. Now to decide who the winner is. Is it Auto Tomato, Auto Tomato, or me? Okay. So I've got Purple and Paris. And I will score, my final score will be the lowest of those 2 cities, which happens to be Paris. So I got 54 points. Okay. Auto Tomato has Paris and Rome. So his lowest score is Paris. So he too also has 54 points. But Auto Tomato has Rome and Purpleville, and his lowest score is Purpleville, which is 57. So that means that Auto Tomato has won and I have lost. Abysmal. There you go. That's how you play Between Two Cities solo with a bit of chemically induced painkillers, which will help you get through the game. You can set the difficulty levels. There's in the rule book here, it says you can change the difficulty levels to try and make the game harder. There's also a simple mode. I was actually playing the full mode there, but there is a simple mode to nurture you into it. This game does play differently when you're playing with actual human players. It's a bit more. There's a bit more negotiation. It's nice to have that negotiation. Again, what I played down, I've got the pressure of this camera and I'm trying to do it as quick as I can. When I look at the symbols on the cards, I'm like, oh, yeah, that tile is the best one to do, and that tile is the best to do. But that's the difference between playing this as a solo version and playing it with lots of other people. Okay, I hope that's given you a gist of how the game plays as a solo version. I'll be doing a full review and how to play with multiple players a bit later on, but I thought I'd just try that out because I've been playing it solo and I thought, this is quite nice, and that's it. That's Between Two Cities from Stormware Games.